everybody, it's me, Tess, with Tess Loves Yarn. And you guys, we are here today to make this cute little mushy pop. Now, I just want to show you what this does and why I call it a mushy pop. Because the top pops. This is a little interactive plushie. And you guys, it's so fun to play with. I was like sitting here playing with it for like 10 minutes, right? So these are good not only for kids, but also for adults. And they're like little fidgets, you know, you can just like, it's fun. It's just fun. But anyway, today's video is going to be the tutorial on how to make this. Now, I have added a little clip and also a key ring. And the reason I've done that is because I'm taking this to my upcoming market, and I want this to be able to be a backpack buddy for a child or a key ring for an adult. Okay, so you do not have to add this part to yours. You can just do it, you know, just like that, okay? And make it just like this. So, what you're going to need to do that is a number 5. I would recommend a plushy yarn, but you can use any yarn. I use a number 5 bulky weight yarn, and what I'm actually using is the old Joanne Big Twist Posh. I have white and red. Now, if you don't have this in your stash, Michaels bought the rights to this, and they do have their own version in the Michaels store, so you can check that out and see if they have colors that you like for your mushy pop. You can also use really any number 5 weight yarn if you want the size mushy pop. Now, if you use a super bulky weight 6, it's just going to be a little bigger, and if you use a worsted weight 4, it's going to be a little smaller. So keep that in mind. Now, what you want to do is look at the label of your yarn. Whatever crochet hook size they recommend, do not use that size. You're going to want to go down at least 2 sizes on your crochet hook. If you don't, you're going to get gappy holes in your project, and it is not going to look good, y'all, because you're going to see your stuffing coming through. So remember, whatever that label says, go down 2 full sizes for your crochet hook. All right, so that's the big tip right there. Also, I refer to stitches in this tutorial, and I just want you to know that means a single crochet. This whole little project is made with single crochets. Very easy, very simple. Single crochets, okay? And also to let you know, even if you're a beginner crocheter, you can still make this. It's really simple. Don't sweat it, okay? So we are going to get into making this, but before I show the tutorial part, I want to be fully transparent here and let you all know that I took this tutorial from a members only live that I did about this time last year. Now, you are not seeing that whole video, obviously, because it was a private members video. All I did was I went into the middle of the video and I snipped out the little tutorial part. So you're not going to see the beginning or the end where we're talking and chatting and things like that. However, you may hear me say one of the names of my private members, and that's because I was interacting with them throughout this tutorial. So I wanted to disclose that to you. My pancreas has been giving me more problems, more than normal lately, and I just health-wise have not been up to making a brand new video, and I didn't want to skip a week without giving you a video. So my private channel members are amazing, and I'm sure they don't mind that I'm taking a little piece of one of our private videos to share with all of you. They are absolutely incredible people, and I love them, and I have so much gratitude in my heart for them, and also for all of my subscribers. So if you are a returning subscriber, I do appreciate you so much. The way you guys follow me and you watch my videos week after week, and you comment and you say the sweetest things, and I appreciate you all so much. I cannot believe I have almost 12,000 subscribers now. Mind blown, right? So thank you everybody for that. If you are brand new here, I would be tickled pink if you'd hit that subscribe button. It's totally free for you, and it helps my channel tremendously. So yeah, with all of that said, everybody, let's get into this tutorial and make this cute little mushy pop. Okay, here we go. Let's do this again with our magic ring. I'm going to do my magic ring. We're going to put our 6 stitches. Oh, Betty, Betty, Kathy, thank you. You guys are so understanding. I really appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to do our 6 stitches with our red. And let's see, I got 4, 5, and 6 right here. I'm gonna tighten up my magic ring, and then I'm gonna go back in, and we're gonna do that round 2 of increasing each stitch, which is going to give us a grand total of 12 stitches. So here we go with that. Just increase in each of the 6 stitches from round 1, and that'll give us 12 stitches. You guys, right before I started this video, my sugar alarm was going off, and it was telling me my sugar was going low. So I had to take a couple of drinks of my soda because I have a Coca-Cola here, which is what they tell you to, either that or orange juice. So, and you know, orange juice is so expensive anymore. I've started drinking soda now. But okay, so here we have our 12 stitches, and now we're going to go right into our next stitch, and we're going to do 1 single crochet, and then we're going to do 1 increase. So 1 single crochet, and I'm going to use my stitch marker. You guys, I use these stitch markers all the time. Okay, so 1 single crochet, and then an increase in the next stitch, single crochet, 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 increase in the next stitch. Oops, get back in there. This was an increase. Okay, and a single crochet and an increase. So now we've got 18 stitches right here. Okay, and you guys make sure that you have your pretty side. See, this is the wrong side. It's kind of bumpy and nubby. And this is the right side right here. So as we're working, you want to make sure that this is the side that's going to be showing, okay? So we're going to do this another time, and we are going to do the exact same round that we just did. We're going to do, oops, let me get this undone. Ugh. We're going to do a round of 1 single crochet and 1 increase, just like this. 1 single crochet. I'm going to mark that stitch. We're going to do 1 increase, and then next we're going to do 2 single crochets. So in the next 2 stitches, so 1 and 2, and then we're going to do an increase. So 2 stitches in the same stitch, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and then we're going to do an increase in that 3rd stitch. Okay, so single crochet, single crochet, and an increase, single crochet, oops, single crochet, whoa, and an increase, a single crochet, a single crochet, and an increase, whoops, and we should have 24 stitches. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oops, and I forgot my last one. And this is 24. So you should have one more stitch. There we go. Okay, so 24 stitches, just like that. And now we're going to do 2 rounds of just a single crochet around. So we're going to do 24 single crochets, and we're going to do 2 rounds. So there's my first one, and I'm just going to go all the way around and put 1 single crochet in every stitch. Okay, nice and easy. This really is just a cute little mushy pop, you guys. If you guys have grandchildren, oh my gosh, they would love these. The kids just love playing with them. When I do markets and I put these out on the table, the kids are just drawn to them. They grab them up and start popping them. Start popping those tops. It's really cute. So here we go. Just do your oops, single crochets all the way around. And like I said, we're going to do 2 rounds. So once you finish this round, you're going to go ahead and do 1 more round. Oops. I always use these because I just can't keep track of my rounds. I don't know what it is. I guess I used to when I was younger, but you know, things change, right? Okay, now we're on that, our next round where we're doing the same exact thing, just a single crochet in every stitch. Just like this. You guys, am I going at a good pace for everybody? Am I going too fast? Let me know if I'm going too fast. Because I want you guys to be able to keep up with me. Or maybe I'm going too slow. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, Lois uses stitch markers too. I absolutely cannot do without my stitch markers. And I love the Clover brand because they're absolutely the best. They're the easiest to use, and my fingers can manipulate those. Okay, so I have finished my 2 rounds, which was round 6 and 7. And now we're going to start round 8. Is everybody ready for round 8? Because we're going to do a little, just right. Yes, I agree, Lois. So we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to work in our back loop only. So I'm thinking most of you know what your back loop is, but if you don't, your back loop is the loop that is furthest away from you. So it's all the way back here. Okay. Now what we're going to do is in our back loop, we are going to do 1 single crochet, and then we're going to do a decrease. Okay. And oh, you guys, hang on a second. Goodness gracious. And we're still in our red color. Now this is the last round that we're going to do in our red color, and then we are going to change over to the white color. Okay, so we're going to do 1 single crochet in that back loop. I'm gonna mark my stitch here, and then we're going to do a decrease. Now this is how I do a decrease, you guys. I'm gonna show you this. So I go down into the stitch, and since we're doing the back loop only, I'm just grabbing that back loop, and then I rotate my hook like this, and I go straight down into that next stitch. So now I have 3 loops on my hook. I yarn over and I pull through 2 loops, and now I have 2 loops left on my hook. I yarn over and I pull through those, and that is an invisible decrease. Okay, so now we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches. So 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and then we're going to do another invisible decrease, blah. We're going to go down into that back loop of that stitch. We're going to rotate our hooks. We're going to catch the back loop of the next stitch. Then we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go through 2 loops. Come on, you. My yarn is too tight. There we go. And you're going to have 2 loops left on your hook. You're going to yarn over, and you're just going to make your single crochet. So here we go, back loop only, 2 more single crochets in the next 2 stitches. 1, 2, and then we're going to do another invisible decrease. We're going to go in that back loop, rotate our hooks, grab that other loop. We've got 3 loops. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through 2. We have 2 loops left. We're going to yarn over and pull through those 2 to make our single crochet. Now we're going to do 2 single crochets again. 1, 2, and another invisible decrease. Go in that back loop, rotate that hook, grab that other loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, and pull through those 2. Oh, Mary's here. Yay! Oh, Mary, it's okay. Yeah, we waited until like 2:15 because I knew you were going to be here. And then I thought, something probably just came up unexpectedly, and that's why you weren't here. But you know what? I totally understand the time zones. Yeah, that's crazy. So, Mary, we are doing our little mushroom pop, and let's see, I'm trying to think. You can either try to get caught up with us, or you can just play back the video once this is done, because you'll have access to this video, forever. So you can just play it back. Because I think we're on, let's see, we're on round 8 right now. But yeah, so bummer that the time zone thing got ya. That gets me sometimes too. I have a lot of friends in the UK, and I'm always getting confused on what time it is there. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. So, let's see. I'm going to go back to this. I forgot where I was, you guys. Was this? Yeah, this was a decrease. So we're going to do 2 single crochets in the back loop only. Oops. And then we're going to do that invisible decrease again. We're going to go in that back loop, grab that yarn, rotate our hook, and come under that next stitch, the back loop of that. We're going to have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to take off 2. We're going to have 2 left. We're going to yarn over and take off the other 2. Oh, good. Mary, if you email me at tesslovesyarn@yahoo.com, I'll just send you the PDF. So no worries about taking notes, okay? But here we go. Back again to 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches, and then we're going to do another invisible decrease, just like that, and 1 single crochet. Now you guys, we're gonna pull that through, and then you're going to pull that loop up really high like this, okay? And I'm going to take my stitch marker off here. We are going to change colors now. So you're going to want to grab your white yarn, and I'm going to show you how I change colors. So you see the top loop right here, and then you see the side loop right here. I'm going to take my hook and I'm going to stick it in the top loop and this side loop right here. Okay, so I have my hook going through the very top and the side, and then I'm just going to pull my white yarn through just like that, and then in the very next stitch I'm just going to go ahead and make a single crochet, and we're back to working in the entire stitch. So we're finished with the back loop only, so we're gonna go just like this, and there you go. We're going to pull out our red yarn, see, and that's it, you guys. It's really easy to switch colors like this. Okay, now we're just going to go all the way around with one single crochet in every stitch. All right. Mary, in the very beginning, I started working with the white yarn, and we should have been working with the red yarn. I apologize to everybody for that. So we had to rip out our white yarn and start over with our red yarn because we're making the cap of the mushroom first, and then we go into like the body of the mushroom. Whoops. So when you're re-watching the video, start out with your red yarn, not your white yarn like I did in the beginning, okay? I'm having some low blood sugars, and it's affecting my brain power right now. Okay, so here we are. We're all the way back around again, okay? And now what we're going to do, you guys, we are going to do one single crochet and a decrease all the way around. All right, so one single crochet. I'm going to put my stitch marker back in there, and then we're going to be doing a decrease. Now for this decrease, since we're working in both loops of the stitch, in order to do an invisible decrease here, I'm going to go into the front loop only and grab that stitch. I'm going to rotate my hook around, grab the front loop only of the next stitch. I'm going to yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, and pull through these two to make my single crochet. All right, and then we're going to come back into our next stitch, and we're going to make a single crochet, and then we're going to make an invisible decrease again. So we're going to go into the front loop only and twist around and grab the front loop only of the next stitch, yarn over, pull that through, yarn over, and pull that through. So does everyone know how to do an invisible decrease? Let's see. hopefully you guys all know how to do it. If not, let me know and I'll go over it again, okay? So keep going all the way around with one single crochet and one invisible decrease until you get back to the beginning of your round. Okay? And there we go. So I'm almost back to my beginning of my round. Okay, just like that. Oh, good. Everybody knows how to do that. Yay. Okay, that's a good thing. So I don't have to spend quite as much time on doing that. Okay, so now you should have 12 stitches. You guys, if you didn't cut your red yarn, you can cut your red yarn off. And I'm gonna real quick just tie a loose knot in my red yarn. I just do this to make sure that my ends are secure. Don't tie it very tight because you're gonna make your cap buckle if you do, because one of your yarns is coming from the middle of your project and the other one is coming from a side. So yeah. And then you can also grab one of the red ones and your white tail and tie a loose knot there. And these are all going to be on the inside of your project, so no one's ever going to see them or know that they're even there. There we go. Okay. And now we're ready to go on. So our next round, which is round 11, is going to be a single crochet in every stitch. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to once again mark my first stitch. I always mark the first stitch of my round. Some people like to mark the last stitch of their round, but this is the way I was taught to do it and it stuck. So I always mark the first stitch of my round and I always know where I am. Okay, so we're just going to do a single crochet now all the way around. Just like this. And then our next round, we're going to start doing some decreases to make the popping portion of our little mushroom here. There we go. Okay, so now we are on round 12 and we are going to do decreases all the way around. We're going to do an invisible decrease all the way around. So we're going to just go in and do a decrease each stitch. You're going to do a decrease. I'm going to mark mine. I like to keep track of my rounds this way. So just keep going around and decreasing all the way around. Just like this. Okay. Okay, so there we have it. We're finished with this round now. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches is what you should have left. Okay, and now we're going to start increasing again so that we can make the body of our little mushroom. So we're going to work in our front loop this time, and we're going to do an increase in each stitch. So here's our front loop, and I'm going to do 2 single crochets in each of my 6 stitches, and I'm going to mark the beginning of my round like I always do. And then we're going to go into the next front loop, and we're going to do 2 more single crochets, and we're just going to keep doing that in each stitch until we've got 12 stitches. Okay, so go into that front loop only and put 2 single crochets in each stitch. There we go. All right, so we are now on round 14, and what we're going to do with round 14 is we're going to do 1 single crochet all the way around. Okay, blech. So go right in there. I'm going to mark my stitch. And just do a single crochet in each of your stitches. Okay, oops. Give yourself some yarn. There we go. You guys, did I fill you in on my little kind of health update? What's going on? I think I told you when I was up at Mayo Clinic, they found a spot on my pancreas, and I am getting ready to have a biopsy done of that. So that's what's coming up for me health-wise, which is something that I haven't shared on my, publicly on my channel. So, but I thought I'd let you guys know, just in case anything comes up with that and interferes with a live or something, you'll kind of know what's going on there. Okay, so we are done with round 13 and no, round 14. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 more rounds, and we're just going to put a single crochet in every stitch. Okay, so here we go. I always mark mine. So 2 more rounds of a single crochet in each stitch, and you should have 12 stitches, by the way. Here we go. And one more round now. Oops. One more round. Just a single crochet in every one. This is the body of the little mushy pop. Oops. Sorry about that, you guys. Here we go. Just continue all the way around with that single crochet in every stitch. There. Okay. Let's see. So this should be round 17 now. So we should be, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And yeah, we're going to be doing 17 now. And what we're going to do before we do round 17 is we are going to put our eyes on our little mushroom. So here's our little guy right here. So you'll want to poke his little hat down, his little cap, like this, okay? And then get some little eyes. I'm going to grab my eyes here. And let's see, I think, oh, I'm going to use slightly bigger eyes just because I think they're cuter. So here we go. I'm going to use these, and I think these are 10mm eyes. Let's see. And gotta grab some backs for those. If you don't have safety eyes, you can just use some black yarn and just do like 3 passes through the same stitch, and that will make a nice eye. Okay, so just decide where you want your little face to be. I usually put like where we do this, if you can see any of the white on here, I'll usually put that toward the back, and then I'll make my little face kind of more like right there. And just put them a couple of stitches apart. Oops. Poke your eyes in. Make sure you have your eyes on the same round so that they're not, you know, messed up, right? You know what I'm saying, okay? You know, if you want your body a little bit bigger, you could do another round. Actually, I might do another round on this, just because sometimes I do like to make the body just a little bit longer. I mean, they're super cute even if they're shorter. Let's see. So you can space your eyes either way. I'm going to put mine a little bit closer together on this one. And then you're going to pop your little backs on. Just like this.
Okay. Oops. Whoa, my little backs aren't staying on at all, you guys. I'm going to have to, I have a little tool. I think I'm going to have to get it and use it because my hands aren't working as well. So this is a little safety eye tool that I have. And I'm going to use it to pop these eyeballs on. There we go. All right, now that's on there. Okay. I got this on Amazon, you guys. If you're interested in this, I do have it linked below. So, yeah. There we go. Now those little eyes are in there. All right. Okay. You can add another round if you want your body a little bit longer, or you can go ahead and do your decreases now. So if you're not going to make your body any bigger, then you're just going to do an invisible decrease in every stitch. I'll show you what it looks like if you don't do another round. So here is the decreases. You're going to do, it's going to leave you with 6 stitches, and then you're going to stuff just the body. You're not going to put any stuffing in the little cap, because if you do, it won't pop. You won't be able to pop it, and you're definitely going to want to pop it. Okay. All right. So you should have 6 stitches left, and just a little opening here where you're going to put your finger in there so you can put some polyfill in. And I keep a bag of polyfill like this. It's one of the zippered Mary Maxim plastic, little plastic project bags, you know, that they send the monthly crochet kit in. And I keep polyfill in these, so works really well. Okay, and then I'm gonna just stuff these in here. Ugh, you guys, my hands aren't wanting to work today. All right, there we go. I'm getting it in there now. So just put some polyfill in just your body portion of your little mushroom. And how I do that is I make sure I have my little cap down, and then I stuff it. And that way I know that none of the stuffing is going up into the cap. Just like this. And if you guys want to not do all 6 of your decreases to leave yourself a bigger opening, you can do that too. Just don't forget to do the rest of your decreases. Okay, there. So that is pretty good. I think I might put just a tiny bit more polyfill in here. Let's see. Yeah. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull our yarn out, and with leaving a tail, and then we're going to just close up the very bottom. Okay. So there, I've got my little mushy stuffed. I'm going to, so I did all 6 of my decreases, and then I'm just going to leave a longish tail, just like that. I'm going to get my darning needle and pull that through. And then what I do is I go through my loop and I tighten that up, and then I go through the front loop only of each of my stitches, just like that. And then I come back through like this and cinch that up. And then I just kind of go back and forth through the stitches a couple of times to secure it. And then I'll come out a side here and I'll go back in and come out a different side, just like that. And then I just cut that yarn because that'll secure it. It won't come back through. Okay, and there's your little mushy pop, and we're not finished yet. We're going to take some black yarn. So I have my black yarn right here, and we're gonna put our little mouth on our mushy, because you know your mushy has to have a little smile, right? I like all of my little critters to have a little smile. Sometimes if they're like a cranky, like I make a cranky frog, and if it is a cranky frog, then I will make it without a smile. But I still put a mouth on it. I just, whoops. So I'm going to come in from the bottom, and I'm going to go right up under the eye, like this. And then I'm going to go over to the other eye, and then I'm going to come out the middle right here. Pull that yarn. And then I'm going to take my darning needle, I'm going to go underneath the straight line, and I'm going to go back into the same stitch where I first came through right here, and I'm going to go back out where my yarn starts. Okay, and we're going to pull that down, and that makes our little smile right there. Okay, and then what we're going to do with this is we're going to tie this. We're going to go right over left and left over right. And then we're going to cut our yarn. And then you're going to take the end of your darning needle where you've got your wide part right here, and you're just going to push your knot into the body of your mushroom, just like this. And just kind of there till it disappears. Get in there, you. There you go. All right. Okay, and so now you have this, and now what we want to do is we want to get some of our white yarn. I just use the same white that I use for the body. And we're just going to randomly go in and just go one stitch at a time here. And we're just going to make these little random thingamajigs, you know what I mean? And be careful that you don't sew through any of this part of your mushy pop or it won't pop. So you might want to go ahead and poof it out, what I call poofing it out, so that you don't accidentally sew through there. And we're gonna put our little, I don't even know what you call these. Mary, do you know what you call these? These little, are they little spores or I'm not even sure, you guys, but they're cute and they're definitely a thing with mushrooms. So, and you just make some like random ones around the top of your mushroom. And you can make as little or as few as you want. I like to do, I think they're cute, so I like to do a few here. And then when you're, when you have enough or you're satisfied with what you have, you can come back out where you first put your yarn in, which for me is over here. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to tie this in a knot and you're going to do right over left. And then you're going to do left over right. And you guys, this is a knot that doesn't come undone. Okay, and that's why I'm having you do it that way. Okay, and then once again, we're just gonna take our darning needle and we're gonna push that knot inside, just like that. Okay, and there we go. There's our little mushy pop.
Okay, everybody, so that was the tutorial. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments section and I will try to answer those as quickly as possible. I just want to say thank you for watching this tutorial and being here with me today. With that all said, y'all know what's next. Be kind and be safe out there in the world, no matter where you are. And I will see you all next week with another video. Bye, everybody.